Hello, everyone. Happy start of the spring, and we said goodbye to the winter, and we are now moving on to week number 10. Definitely the final quarter of the semester. Only 3 more weeks to go. And I hope you really enjoyed the semester so far. We completely finished the coverage for object-oriented programming, and we did your first programming test on object-oriented programming. I hope you did okay. But at least you actually push yourself to really learn about the materials. I think that's the most important thing as far as I'm concerned. So this week, we're going to switch the context into back to procedural aspect for Java programming again by talking about something called two-dimensional arrays. It's a more advanced data structure that will generalize what you learn about one-dimensional arrays. And you actually learn most of the materials, technical materials in your weekly tutorials in week number 10 and 11. So in the lecture, I just want to supplement by not too many repetitions, but just to give you a little bit more insight and a little bit more new information that you can actually study for. So this week, only 1 hour of lecture. All right. I think for the rest of the semester, we don't really need to really go up to the 2 hour full length. I think we can definitely reduce the load a little bit for the lecture, given that you study very thoroughly for the tutorial videos, which I'm happy about. All right, let me just talk about the overview for this week quickly, and then also as usual the learning objectives and also the work items you're supposed to complete. So for this week, as I said, we actually got 5 videos for you, but the total length is about 1 hour. Okay. And then we're basically going to talk about, first of all, about nested loop. And you can think about the first 4 videos are really about nested loops. Especially we start with syntax and semantics for nested loop. For those of you who might be familiar with that already, it's up to you. If you want to just go over the syntax and semantics for a little bit more insight, you can definitely do so. Otherwise, I think you should really take a look at how you can analyze the loop pattern for nested loop. And then I spoke about a particular example about finding duplicates in a given array. And I gave you 3 different versions about how to solve the problem. All the 3 versions are correct, but I will just show you different ones with in terms of optimizing the number of checks using the loop counters and also exit condition, state condition more precisely. So that's something you will see. And then for the final part, I actually talk about revisiting two-dimensional arrays. So what I meant here is, in your week number 10 and 11, you actually got assigned your weekly Java tutorial videos, and that one there actually will build complete examples for you to learn about the syntax and also examples and also semantics for two-dimensional arrays. So in the lecture for this part, I just want to show you what you got in the slides and revisit some important points. And then it will be really up to you to really go over the slides yourself. I think the slides are simply just self-contained as usual, so you should be able to finish them. So nothing is really left behind for you. Okay, you should really just study that yourself. All right, and then we got iPad notes if you want to see the my annotations for illustrations, and also for tutorial videos. Really crucial for you to finish week number 10. Java tutorial videos. Next week, I'm gonna give you the part 2 for two-dimensional arrays for week number 11. And you should really study both together. So that will actually give you a good position to start with lab number 8, which will be your final lab for the semester. Okay, for the slides, you will see lecture 5, and also as usual, post your question on the Google Doc, right? And you can find all the information in the lecture slide, right? Everything is just predictable. And also we have been very faithful in following the semester calendar, which I lay out in the beginning of the semester. All right, let's see very quickly. What about learning objectives? So this week will be about nested loop specifically. You want to make sure you really feel comfortable about it, because as we do examples and exercises on two-dimensional arrays, nested loop is really the way to go, because you want to basically nested loop for the 2 dimensions you want to walk through, right? But the loop pattern might be a little bit different from example to example, but the principles are really the same. And then we talk about finding duplicates, and then especially pay special attention to these 2 aspects, about loop counter patterns and also about early exit. And remember, we spoke about checking universal versus existential property, right? So that's what we spoke about before. And then for the two-dimensional arrays, just revisiting why we're doing it. So we talked about the two versions of solving the mileage calculation problem. So you can review that in the slides, and also about how you can do the syntax and also understand the semantics for two-dimensional arrays. Right? It's just a basic stuff for you to get started. So we can do more complex example for two-dimensional arrays. Right? All right. What about the milestone? You want to complete lab number 7. It's being released for a week already. Hopefully you already finished tutorial week number 9, which is about how you can do mobile app, mobile computing, Android Studio. So that should be from last week. Hopefully you finished that already. And you should really want to finish the lab 7 as soon as possible. And then you want to get ready for programming test number 4. So that will be your final programming test. So that will happen in week number 11, the second last week for the semester, right? So I'll try to give you some practice tests, so hopefully that can also help you get better prepared. Some of you actually already emailed me about that the practice test really help you for programming test number 3. So it seems to be a right thing for me to do. So I'll continue to do that for your final test as well. All right, and then for your Java tutorial videos, you want to complete week number 10 for the two-dimensional arrays, and then also week number 11 next week. So these two videos will be for your knowledge and skills for two-dimensional arrays. And then you want to complete the lecture series week number 10, the current week as well, just 1 hour. Okay. All right, so that's about what I want to say for week number 10. So that'll be the third last week, and then we got 2 more weeks to go. All right. So that nothing else to say. I think off you go, do your work, and then if you got any trouble or you want any advice about your learning, my office door is always open, so you can just get in touch. All right, take care and enjoy your spring.